There's nothing like cooking over an open fire on a summer's evening. So finally tonight, a recipe that just tastes way better with a bit of smoke. Served with light and flaky paratha flatbreads, it's the nation's favourite, chicken tikka masala. Now, to do this, we need the flavour of charcoal and wood, and we haven't got a tandoor, like many people, but I have gone into the garden and dug a hole and burnt some wood. It's exciting to make this. The first time I actually was able to make my own chicken tikka masala that was better than a takeaway or a good restaurant, it was so exciting, and you can do that by following this. This curry has two elements, chunks of chicken that are marinated and then grilled on skewers, and a creamy spiced tomato sauce. So first up, let's get the marinade for the chicken rocking and rolling. I've got 4 spices that are going to make this chicken incredibly gorgeous. You want 1 level teaspoon each of ground cumin and ground cloves. Then 2 heaped teaspoons each of sweet smoked paprika and garam masala, quickly toasted to wake up their flavours. Straight into a plate where our marinade's going to live. Okay, fresh elements. Ginger, fresh, gorgeous, juicy, and garlic. Grate in a thumb-sized piece of ginger and crush in 6 garlic cloves. Then lighten it up with the zest and juice of a lemon and 6 tablespoons of yogurt. A nice pinch of salt. Toasted spices, lemon juice and ginger. You kind of know that's going to be good. Beautiful. Now, let's get the chicken on there. 6 chicken breasts. We want nice big chunks. So meat goes into our marinade here, and let's have a little massage up. I think it's so important to be happy when you cook. If I've been a bit grumpy, the food just don't come out right. You know, if you can be happy, it does. It does make food taste better. Let's have a wash of the hands. Now, I have some that I did yesterday because it's really, really good to do it the night before. You can just see it's absorbed that flavour, which is lovely. Okay, so let's skewer up some of this lovely chicken. I'm going to go on with a lemon here first, then a piece of chicken. Let's just put a little snag of chilli and a bit of lemon. This is going to be dry cooked over the wood, charred, kind of mimicking that tandoor. So when you cut this into the sauce and let it just simmer away a bit, it's absolutely amazing. That's the genius of chicken tikka masala. Time now to make the masala sauce. Very, very simple. And forgive me, I've had a little head start. I've got 2 onions and 4 cloves of garlic and 2 chilies. And these have been slowly frying off for about 20 minutes. So they go sweet, sweet, sweet. Add some chopped coriander stalks, 6 tablespoons of ground almonds, 1 level tablespoon of ground coriander, and 2 level teaspoons of turmeric. And that's going to give it that incredible colour. You can see the pan's toasting those spices again. And then we want to stop that toasting process and go into sauce action. So we'll do that with 2 tins of beautiful tomatoes. 1 chicken stock cube, just crumble that in, gives it that lovely richness and savouriness. And then I want to put 300 ml of water, half a pint, just to loosen it. Hit it with some salt. Last ingredient, 1 tin of coconut milk. And I love this stuff. That sort of southern Indian tropical sort of flavour in there is gorgeous. As the sauce cooks, it'll take on a smoky taste from the fire. Just let it simmer for 20 to 25 minutes to develop all the flavours. So I've got the sauce just blipping away there, I've got the gorgeous kebabs, and I want to do now an amazing flatbread to celebrate this dish. This is something I learned from an Indian chef in an Indian kitchen. He didn't speak a word of English, and he was so excited when he made this. I've got 300 grams of plain flour, 300 grams of wholemeal flour. I'm going to go in with a couple of tablespoons of oil, a little pinch of salt, and then about 400 mils of milk goes in. This type of flatbread is called a paratha, and it's made without yeast or any other raising agent. It's such an intelligent bread because it uses layering, kind of like an Indian version of puff pastry, you know, which that gives it the lightness, that gives it the rise, that gives it the texture. I'm going to show you what to do with this later. I'll cover this. I've got everything ready. I'm going to have a big clean up, beers, salad, fluffy rice. Sun's going down. It's going to be good. This curry's perfect for sharing, so I've asked some of my oldest schoolmates round to join me. Boys, you up for this? Andy the gas man is on kebab duty. Just keep turning them about 10-12 minutes until really charred up on the outside. While I show the others the clever way that paratha flatbreads get their light and airy texture. Boys, have you ever had a paratha before? Has anyone here had a paratha?
No, I think I have, actually.
No.
We roll the bread out nice and thin, about the thickness of a beer mat, OK? And let's be honest, we all know exactly how thick that is. This is a very authentic bread.
Why are they not serving this in the Mogul, Saffron Walden? Is it not native to the high street of Saffron Walden?
Rub the dough with melted butter, ghee or coconut oil, then roll it up quite loosely. Andy, how's that kebab?
Good, but I'm under a lot of pressure.
So we've rolled it up like a Swiss roll, and now we're just going to cut it into sort of chunks like that. And then we're going to turn it on its side, bit of flour, and we'll push it down. Kind of like a Chelsea bun, that's what we've created. And we'll roll it out a little bit. There, you see the little lines, Lee? Mm. And it's the fat between the bread that's going to make it sort of puff out and puff up. Put the flatbreads into a hot oil pan and fry for 3 minutes on each side. Now for the trick that makes them perfect for soaking up that sauce. So as soon as it's cooked, you smash it up. And you're supposed to do that.
Oh, Sean will be good at that.
It looks like you dropped it. But the point is you get all these little shards. And then in a bit of sauce, that's how it works. Who's hungry?
Yeah, I am.
All that's left is to carve that charred chicken straight into the masala sauce. Balance with fresh coriander leaves and swirls of cooling natural yoghurt. Chuck us that lemon, Mr. Gray.
Yeah, of course.
Bit of lemon juice, very, very nice. Chicken tikka, masala, paratha, fluffy rice, bit of salad, and then poppadoms crunched over the top. Who's next?
Yeah, I'll go. Absolutely love it. Delicious. No, it's amazing. Lovely, mate. Really delicious. Really good.
Thanks, boys. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you for coming.
Right. Cheers. Pleasure.
Yeah, cheers.
For recipes, please go to channel4.com/comfort food. Next time, my take on the perfect sticky toffee pudding. This is just going to gush out. A steak and onion sandwich made to make you happy. Just look at that. Very beautiful. And something a little bit different. A favourite of mine from Italy, osso buco. If you've never had it, that's got to be on the bucket list.
Get your questions ready for Jamie himself. Tweet to @foodon4 using hashtag AskJamie. He's on Twitter, making himself comfortable. Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, Posh Pawn. A footballer is selling his Rolex. Other really expensive watches, of course, are available. Next tonight, keeping a picnic table down your pants. Richard Ayoade is Monsieur.